So what if you could take a philosophy that's over 2,000 years old and use it to completely change your mornings? And hey, we're not just talking about waking up a little earlier. We're talking about waking up with a genuine, unshakable sense of purpose. Let's dive into how you can actually do that.
We've got to start with this powerful idea from the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, because really, this is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. And it's a pretty radical concept, right? Happiness isn't something that just happens to you, it's something you actively build inside yourself.
I mean, who can't relate to this? You've got the constant notifications, the 24/7 news cycle, this pressure to always be on. It's so easy to feel like you're just constantly reacting to all the chaos that's swirling around you.
And this is exactly where Stoicism comes in. Look, it's not about bottling up your emotions or anything like that. It's about learning to engage with the world from a place of inner strength. The goal isn't to control the storm, because let's face it, that's impossible. The goal is to become the calm, unshakable center of that storm.
So, where do we begin? Well, not with an alarm clock, but with a simple question. Why are you even getting up in the first place? Let's find your morning's purpose.
To find that purpose, we can look to this really powerful Japanese concept called ikigai. Just think of it as your personal sweet spot, your unique reason for being. It's that thing that makes you genuinely excited to get out of bed and face the day.
Now, finding your ikigai isn't some big mystery. It's actually a really practical process. You just start by asking yourself these 4 questions. And you don't need all the answers right away. Just start thinking about them. The real magic happens when you see where those answers overlap. And that's the end game, right? When you have a purpose that is so compelling, so authentically you, that snooze button just loses all its power. You're not just waking up anymore, you're waking up for something.
Okay, so once you've got your why, you need the how. Now we're going to talk about forging the resilient habits that give real structure to a life driven by purpose.
You know, a great morning doesn't actually start when you wake up. It starts the night before. And this isn't about being super rigid. It's about giving your mind and body a fair shot. Cutting out screens gives your brain a chance to cool down. And writing down your top priorities, that means you wake up with a clear plan, not a head full of decisions.
This might sound like a really small thing, but trust me, it's huge. It's a profound act of self-mastery. Every single time you get up at your chosen time, you're making a statement. You're saying, I am in control of my day does not control me. It's that first little victory that sets the tone for everything else.
But hey, let's be real for a second. You're gonna slip up. You're gonna hit snooze. It happens. The most important thing is what you do next. Beating yourself up just leads down a spiral of guilt. The Stoic way? It's all about self-compassion. You just acknowledge it, forgive yourself, and you try again tomorrow. Remember, growth is never a straight line.
And you know what? The Stoics knew you shouldn't have to do all this alone, so don't. Sharing your goals with a friend completely changes the game. It goes from being this personal chore to a shared adventure. You can cheer each other on, celebrate the wins, and pick each other up when it gets tough.
All right, we've laid the groundwork. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the daily practices that really bring all of this to life. This is where you master your mindset every single morning.
Okay, this next idea is a big one. And man, has it never been more true than it is today. In our age of constant distraction, your attention is your most valuable currency. Where you choose to put it literally shapes your entire reality.
So the question is, how do you protect that currency? Well, you create a sanctuary. For just that first hour of your day, fight the urge to check your phone. Don't start your day reacting to emails and notifications to other people's agendas. Start proactively with things that actually feed your mind.
Let's talk about a super simple but incredibly powerful discipline, something you can do every single day no matter what, no matter how you're feeling. And it's this: making your bed.
Is casting a vote for the person you want to become. Just think about that for a second. It's not a chore, it's an act of identity. It's a small win that proves to yourself, first thing in the morning, that you are the kind of person who values order, discipline, and doing what you say you're going to do. Okay, get ready for this next one, because it's going to feel a little backward at first. You know how we're always told to think positive? Well, the Stoics had a much more robust strategy. They prepared for what could go wrong.
It's a practice called negative visualization. And no, this is not about being pessimistic or being a downer. Not at all. It's about being prepared. By taking a minute to think about potential obstacles, a tough meeting or a difficult conversation, you get to mentally rehearse how you'll handle it. You build that resilience before you need it.
so you're not caught off guard when life happens. And that brings us to another really powerful Stoic practice, memento mori. It means remember you must die. Now, I know that sounds heavy, but it's not meant to be morbid, just the opposite actually. It's a tool for focus. Remembering that your time isn't infinite just clarifies what's truly important and what's just noise. It's a call to live fully right now, today.
And just like we start the day with intention, it's so important to end it that way too. Keeping a little gratitude journal is a super simple way to close the day on a positive note. It literally trains your brain to scan for the good in your life, shifting your whole perspective from what's missing to all the abundance that's already there.
So when you put all these pieces together, you can see it's so much more than just a morning routine, right? It's not a checklist of things to do. It's a whole philosophy for living, a pathway to becoming more intentional, more resilient, and more in tune with your deepest purpose. So I'll leave you with one final thought to really chew on. This question just brings everything we've talked about into sharp, clear focus. It's a reminder to stop living on autopilot and to start creating each day, starting with each morning, as the precious gift that it really is. So how would you begin it?